Hello? Yes. Okay. Hey, y'all. Uh, Working on a little intro thing there. Really good song there. And of course, waiting on the YouTube delay here. Uh, so anyway, there it goes. Okay. I hope it came through there. Not too distorted. If it did, I'm sorry. Uh, it seems that something wrong here. It didn't play at the beginning. There, I had played some music, but I guess it got it before it got out. So I hope the sound is coming through. Uh, Now I'm checking my end here, but there's a delay. So please. Hello. Okay. Yeah. Okay. The little. What's wrong here? Okie dokie. Well, damn. Well, fuck you, YouTube. Anyway, I'll have to keep working on that, I guess. Maybe I had it up too loud or something. Anyways. Oh well. If you want to join, the link to join is on the event page there. If anybody out there y'all wants to join, if you ain't on the event page and you want to join, let me know there. Anyway, art with a message, conscious awareness. This speaks for itself. I don't need to explain that. Conscious awareness, being aware of your consciousness, I guess, and aware of your everything around you, I guess, because like we say, everything's connected. So, anyway, I seen my my daughter commented there. She said, "Hey, she's at school." So, they got Chromebooks at school, so that's how she's coming on here. Well, they got phones too. But, anyways, like I said, anybody wants to join there, let me know. If you ain't on the event page there. I'm sorry, I'm clicking away here, so I do apologize, y'all. There. So just bear with me here just a minute. Okay. And yeah, if you see my little video this morning, yeah, it's the same here as it is in any other town with the police. So, seeing a lot more like that though lately. So okay. And if you do join, you'll be in the cameraman box thingy too, just so you know. Okay. hang on, just a sec here. Let me turn my sound down first. I have my sound up all the way, so it'll like blow your head off. But you know what I mean? Blow your ears off. There. Okie dokie. There we go.
Hello.
Hello. How's it going? How's the snow?
It's absolutely freezing. Yeah. It's like all the mainstream media in this country goes mad, and and it's like you got a certain individual above me, and I can hear him outside with the kids. Oh look, playing the toxic snow, why don't you? And it's look, my mate got a video, and it's not normal snow, is it? So you couldn't, unless you see it for yourself. You couldn't see how it's falling. It weren't falling that I remember normal snow years ago. And as a kid, you know, it's absolutely toxic. It wasn't like a normal tiny little flakes, you know, what you might see on mainstream telly. It was long, big, massive flakes. And the way it was all coming in, oh, God. Yeah. And anyway, more to come. So, oh yeah, and they got this in the mainstream, typical weather, you know, TV stuff or radio stuff. It's all going, Scotland's got red amber, don't go out your own, fearmonger, you know. Oh yeah, I wouldn't believe it. And then we also got on the north side. Sorry? Yeah.
I said, I leave you home because of the snow.
I can't anyway. I can't. There's no way I can go anywhere in my wheelchair. I mean, I got. No wonder people get ill, isn't it? All these viruses and this coldness, everything.
It's like here. It was warm and then it gets cold, warm and then cold. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you get the fear monkey will come out.
Yeah.
You'll get this one. Oh, I'm echoing.
Oh, yeah, I'm not using headphones, so.
Oh, right, okay.
Let me cut down a little more there. There, I think that probably could get there. Okay.
So that link you shared in the show the other day called Space Weather.
Yeah.
Solar Minimum.
Yeah.
And I was half asleep. So obviously I had a notification and I thought,
yeah,
obviously you want to like rest the body when you're weak anyway. Not much you could do with weather. My mate opened the window again, bless her heart, and then like little stray cat comes in again. So soft heart. And then on my mate doing that, I said, be careful, that snow ain't gonna blow this way on my front side of my home. And then of course I'm still living with it's more freezing because the state of the wet room and the door of the place. So I said, well, while you're here, and she can get to work, so I said, well, while you're here, you know, just put a rug, you know, think what the old school way of doing things, you know, like my old dear used to do before the mock-ons, you know. You rug, you know, roll up your old towels or a rug against the door like a door. Yeah. The same for the windows, you know, it's not double glazing. So if there's any draft against like a bottom end of a window sill or something, you do the same, you know.
Yeah.
So so there's the odd little simple things that cost nothing helps, you know, because it's like my mate was checking her Facebook, right? And it's all over the bloody, it's ridiculous, the comments. Oh, bless them. A lot of these people are so still not aware of certain things, obviously, but the comments are like, oh, look at this lovely snow. It's like they've never seen it before.
I know, yeah.
So funny. Hey, bye, cat. Oh, gosh, strong. What are you going to do today, then?
I don't know, but yeah. I wanted to read a quote here I had on my Google there. Wanted to y'all seen y'all. I don't know. I don't think I said this one I have pinned on my profile. It's with my picture. For every item that carries the darkness of humanity, there's one that holds the light. And that light's worth believing in, not just in others, but in yourself as well. And that's from, I believe that's from a book. It's from The Forbidden Land of Andorra, #1 by C.M. Rain. But, you know, I thought that was, even coming from a book, you know, that's still something, you know, people need to think about. Yeah. You know, that's worth believing in. If you can't believe it in yourself, you know, that's where we get a lot of people losing hope and stuff, because they can't even believe in themselves.
Yes.
In their own selves and what they are capable of. When you're capable of damn near anything, you know, I mean, just look at the way these evil people do these things, you know.
Yeah.
It's because they believe in themselves and that they can do it. You know, we need to start thinking that way too. For the good here, you know. And
I'll give you one example of that, right? If you don't mind me adding to that.
Yeah.
Today, right, you know what I've been saying, what's been going on with my situation, being led down the garden path, and I'm trying to do certain things. Obviously, people know me on your show, I'm a disabled woman in the UK, so being blocked to what I need to physically have a quality of life. And it's all about, in UK, especially in my area today, on mainstream local news, they're the first controlled, it's all we know control, but they call it Conservative Party who run county council. Well, I had a gut feeling that, I said this on privately before, there was something behind the scenes pushing me into a direction to try and meet up with people. And deliberately not repair my home to push me in the direction of the public services. Well, something I've always been doing meditation, but something just, although I'm getting ill, but something just struck me today, for example, to go on. And my mate heard it on the mainstream radio. I don't listen to it, but there was this big meeting, public meeting, but it's claimed to be public servants, the local council, and about they can't set the next 2-year budget, financial budget for public services in one's area. So what's the point people paying the taxes? Anyway, it was all leading up to this. They built that building opposite me. I mean, I live right down opposite this massive 5-story high. It's blinking over 100 million, right? Now, come on, 18 months ago, common sense would tell you, if you're financially struggling as I'm not an expert in finance, but common sense, anybody would realise if they're financially struggling in-house, who realises, why fork out 100 quid million building, new public building, So it goes into bankruptcy. Well, come on, it's a public funded company. The national so-called government's meant to bail it out or somehow, whatever deals they do. But then again, the very so-called public servants, certain ones, I know one director, these high positions, you're talking about directors in their companies or certain departments, are on a huge amount. And then the ordinary workers are doing loads of people's, I did a stream I don't know how long ago about it, but there was about two guys I bumped into. They were saying they're doing jobs, ordinary blokes, not managers, ordinary blokes doing a job of like 2 people, 3 people, and they can't retain staff. And people are leaving to better positions because now today in the media, mainstream media, of course, always like to put the spin on it all. They call it the adult for people. This is how they worded it. All these emails and comments and things were said to me in certain letters and emails, right? It didn't seem right. And something in my gut feeling, I didn't, for what I've known about certain things going on behind the scenes. But then, hold on, why are you suddenly leaving at 3 days' notice? No, I'm ill, blah, blah, blah. Okay, why are you doing such and such and such? People behind the scenes contracted to do, like, for disabled people advocacy, sitting on a meeting. Well, how come I can't meet you? I'm bloody ill. So, order is bet, I have to put it on hold. Then you get the odd comment in a bullying, blackmailing kind of words, by a social. And then, excuse me, I lose my voice today. And then you got her line manager, her boss above her, all the line of command kind of thing. And then it goes to show I knew, good job. Unfortunately, God forbid, I got ill. But because generally I am. But good job I didn't meet them yet, because today, my mate reason I checked it online before I saw your show, is that the very department these employees are working with that want to see me to offer to see what they could help me with have gone bust. Gone it financially, crashed, and they can't retain their social workers, and a lot of them are leaving. So what does it tell you? Trust your gut instinct.
Yeah.
If you sense something downright ain't right, and you trust your inner self.
Right.
And it's hard work, because I've been doing this with complex illnesses going on for quite a long time. But I've got political past some years ago, before I knew what I know now. And then obviously waking up to helps with Rebecca and her friends online and anyone else listening to this. And then obviously what I know about certain people on air for years. So I've collected the dots. And then suddenly I'm reading on the mainstream news what I already sussed out already. And it just confirmed it.
Right. Yeah.
No wonder they wanted to come and see me so quick, because they wanted me to end up in a care place.
Yeah.
Wherever that building might be, but no social worker to be able to fall back on. And how is that going to be funded? They're going to cut contracts because they've gone bust financially as a company.
Yeah.
That's leaving thousands of people in limbo right now throughout the country.
Yeah, it's all to keep everybody down. You know, like I said there, that quote, you know, people need to start believing in themselves more. And showing them, you know, hey, no matter what obstacles you put up against me, I believe in the light inside me, and I believe I can do what you tell me that I can't do, you know.
I did say in an email, I said, look, I wasn't being facetious. I was just trying to imply all due respect. If I could sort of magic myself better in my health, I would it such a way to imply, because I sussed out who they were and who they're connected to, but I put it in their corner, back in their corner, public servants, certain ones that try and email me. All due respect, you might be overworked and busy, trying to be polite, obviously, but yet assertive. And yet I said, okay, well, what could be offered? Because you can't just blankly say, we need to assess you. You need to give us some kind of ideas of people in my situation, especially their complexity and their needs. So I was tempted to put, if I could fly, I'll be out of it by now. You know, like, you know, if I physically have my health.
Don't let them get you down. You know, you never know. You may end up, you don't know where you'll be a year from now. You could be in another fucking country, you know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Yeah. But yeah, also, I had a couple of other things to read here as well. You know, it's that one too. People, you know, to believe in the light within themselves, you know, just like you're saying there, they're trying to keep you down, but you ain't letting it keep you down, you know?
Exactly. So, I was just having
evil cannot and will not be vanquished by evil. Dark will only swallow dark, deepen. The good and the light are the keenest weapons. That's from Nora Roberts' Heaven and Hell. It's a book, I guess. I don't read these books, but, you know, that's really very true there, you know, because it's just it feeds off that and grows bigger and bigger and bigger. You know, it don't like the light and the good, you know, and that's what we need to fight that with, is with the good and the light, you know. Not with the shit they do to us. It's backhanded in the dark, shady shit they do, you know. And also, you know, if they lose the grip over your mind, it loses its key to survival. That's Lou Rockwell quote, whoever that is. But anyway, you know, that's true too. And that's why they keep doing all these things to you and to all of us, you know, to keep us down, to keep their power over us, you know. And another thing here, you know, if you want to awaken all of humanity, then awaken all of yourself. If you want to eliminate the suffering in the world, then eliminate all that is dark and negative in yourself. Well, you know, that part there, you got to have the dark with the light there. You know, you can't let the dark overpower you. I think that's quote needs a little tweaking there from Lao Tzu. But truly, it says the greatest gift you can give is your own self-transformation there, you know. Again, I disagree with that one little part there. Because without the darkness, you can't appreciate the light, you know, because we all have that within us, you know, yin and yang. See you later, Rose.
Bye, Rose.
So, but yeah, and there, yeah, like I said, but the light is what is going to beat the darkness. I do have a song I keep meaning to upload with one of the kids, the Dragon Ball stuff, but I got a really good message to it, and I will try to do that sometime this week.
No.
But it's what it's talking about in there, you know, that whole series, you know, what they're doing, they're fighting evil.
Yeah.
And the darkness is what they're doing with the light within themselves. That's why I've always really liked that show. I hate to bring up television, but you know, it's look on the event page there, Firecat.
Oh, hi. Yeah. Oh, is she?
Here's I'll put this. I don't want to put. I'll just. Hang on. Look on the event page, y'all. It's on the event page. But yeah. I'll send it to. Go ahead and send it to you there. It was working the other day. That's weird. But yeah, that's light breaks the darkness. That's what that one song says. I'm going to upload it. And it does. Because, you know, like I said, they don't like the dark. I mean, I'm sorry. The dark don't like the light. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, there. I sent you the link on the Google there, Firecat. I'm sorry about that. YouTube, you know how YouTube is. But yeah. Self-transformation, you know, conscious awareness. That's what that means. Because we're always changing every day, but you're still yourself. But you know what I'm saying with that. You grow every day. The things you learn.
Yeah, I
experiences. It makes you.
Life's a challenge.
It makes you become better you. In the long run, there good and bad things. You know, like I got something else. Can't remember. And yeah, and that like that one I said the other day about I'm sorry. I gotta scroll a bit. If you focus on the obstacles, you're giving them more power, you know, and they are a big obstacle. They put all these big obstacles in our way, and you got to focus on the solution and not the problem, because then you won't get no fucking where.
That's absolutely true, Rebecca.
Yeah,
because it's easy to get. I mean, I can only go personal experience. It's so easy when, like, for 7 months you're not having this, that, and the other done, when you know what your rights are, and when you're complex ill health, you can easily get your mind downwards. And if I hadn't bumped into my neighbour for 2.5 years now doing these meditation CDs for me, if I hadn't been on learning about Debbie and like meeting you guys a couple of years now online and learn about natural ways as well, helping the health, you know, the body, mind, body and soul, and then I wouldn't have been in that mindset to think of like solutions, rather than look at the problem and get the mind thinking, oh my god, it's snowing, oh, what can I do? And I know I used to be like that, mind you. And And when I see that kind of comments like today about this snow thing going on, I thought I used to be like that. Because, I mean, you can't judge a book by a cover. We've all got different situations. And I was there. Somebody commented on a video thing I did about the state, the wet room, by the lack of repairs. And how on earth do you cope with it? I would have gone mad or whatever. I said, look, you know, I said, A, for one, I do meditation. A, my nutrition, you know, my diet changed for 2.5 years, did that all myself without any external help. Because of these, I said to them, look about the history back in years ago in UK, for example. There was no such thing as NHS. There's no such thing as public sector services. I'm used to be very good at history years ago in my education. The establishment education system. And you have to have a sense of humour, don't you? I tell you. And I tell you, I said to him, I don't know if it's a male or female, but I just responded to a comment and I just said, look, there's worse people out there right now, well, generally, like, got nothing and they're homeless. And some of these people, I have met them when it's been warm weather and they got such, you can't tell a book for the cover, and they got so much about them, the characters, the personalities, in even worse situations than mine, you know?
Yeah.
And I've seen and experienced kindness in strangers, even in people, in situations I didn't expect. So you get the rough with the smooth. So I suppose through little bit experiences in the past, I don't know, 3 years, say, I you know, you start to come to try and, okay, it's not easy. I'm not saying nothing's easy these days, but it's up to the individual how you perceive things, right? And and this is a neighbour of mine, for example, right? I was very anxious to ask the individual who helped paint my flat, right? I can obviously divulge who it is, but I'm thinking, if it snows Monday, just gone, how the hell am I going to get out? Because I knew my mates wouldn't be able to get to me as easy. And no, I don't know anyone at the moment who's my thoughts are out there, whoever's in the UK trying to work in this care business, trying to get from A to B. It might be difficult for a lot of people. Because people in my situation, you'll be stuck in bed waiting around for people to turn up, you see. And if they can't get to you, you're on dire straits. That's how bad it gets sometimes. So with some people, they might not think of, okay, let's put some chill out music on. Let's try and divert my mind. Let's just try and be patient, you know. Okay, you might end up not being rude and have an accident in bed because you physically can't do anything, if you know what I mean. And that might be really embarrassing and feel degrading, but eventually someone will get to you and it won't be ideal, but it can be cleared up eventually and you eventually get sorted. My mindset never used to be like that. It's not ideal because you've got to think about that individual you're relying on trying to get to you. And it's like, okay, I had to think of a backup plan. So instead of panicking on Sunday, I thought, or Saturday, Sunday really, I had to think of a remedy. Let's just ask my neighbour a particular situation. You know, there's no harm in asking. You can always say no. So quite positive response I had, and he was able to do me kindness of their own art to go and do me important papers on Monday. And when you're so pissy, okay, we did have snow then, but I was so damn ill. I couldn't go out anyway. And I said, well, look, because I trust, I know I shouldn't really do things the way it's mainstream tells you to do things. You know, it's all out there. I thought, no, I trusted the individual. They'd done a good bloody job already for a couple of things I needed. They proved to me their kindness of the heart, you know, got out the way. And if you don't try and trust, so if you go around not trusting people and have that attitude all the time, you're not going to get anywhere in life. So I used to have that.
Yes, you got to have some level of trust there. You know, you can't just go around all paranoid everybody. How you ever going to build relationships with anybody if you can't? Especially you got to trust yourself first and foremost. You know.
I was so. You're right. I was so typical. One of these. You go through so much in your life, and the trust was a major issue for me.
Yeah.
And it's only pure my own doing. Well, mind you, my other neighbour got me on the CDs, meditation, mind you, but without working on the subconscious mind when you're asleep. I'm not saying it's easy. It ain't bloody easy, I tell you. And it takes a long time sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
But at least I started. You know, I got somewhere. I mean, it was a big risk for me to take on Monday, you know, and I can't make it public what I had to do and ask them off. Just practical things, you know. And because he's shown me his trust, I asked him if it happens or this snow comes and hit us again this weekend, well, it is now, right now, but it was as it is predicting to be this weekend. Are you able to do something next Monday? And he said, yeah, just text me.
Yeah.
So it gave, and that's in my own neighbourhood above me, you know, in my own place, in my, well, not my place, but the surrounding area. So because only because the weather the way it is, my friends struggle to get to me on time. Normally the things I do myself, the little things, you know, when I can get out of my wheelchair, but in this snow it's impossible. So and the things I would normally have done for all these months put in place, like banking online, basic things like that, one take for granted. When you're in a situation, certain circumstances, you're not able to got that sorted out in time because you've been focused on something else, i.e. distracted. And you need your health stable to make certain phone calls, a certain public sector side of things to get things organised. In other matters, then I thought, well, in the meantime, I might as well take the gut, you know, to try and at least ask. And so instead of panicking, or not panic, but get anxious or get negative, I thought, well, I know what, I'm just going to text anyway. There's no harm. I'm not going to ask on the text. It's rather asking face to face, you know.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and he's got a lovely female friend, but I don't friends known for years. So that's good for him, you know, that individual. And I think I've seen the benefit that whatever she does for him, and they've got a good relationship, I think, and she's next block to me. I've known of her for years. And I think that's rubbed off on him because he's changed in a lot of ways. You can never, ever tell when people go through so much in their life and they go through bad periods and people can judge you and you go through it. And do you know, by just having general conversation with somebody sometimes, just general chat, you start to break down the barriers.
Yes.
Yeah. And all right, you don't divulge everything, but you have initial conversation. That's how you build up friendship, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, so that's the personal experience there. Anyone out there listening, it does take time. And me in my complex life, you never know when you get into that, lose your home, your health, your family relationships, you know, and all that affects you. And it really does take time, but you get there eventually. You'll find your own way. I mean, yes, you get.
I said, you know, you said there, you know, about trusting people, you know, and things like that. You know, people like me, you know, we've all had wrong done to us by people, you know, but I still trust people, you know, and I know not everybody is like.
That's right.
The way I live my life here, you know. So and, you know, not everybody is out to get you and stuff, you know. Because my boy, he has a friend. His mom's like that. She thinks everybody's out to kill her and things like that. She don't trust nobody, you know. And then people see somebody like that, especially, and they you know just feed it. That's what's with that person, you know.
Yeah. You're so right.
They feed that, you know, they feed off that fear and paranoia. They really do, because she don't know no better, you know. Nobody has told her any different.
No.
You know, hey, look, not everybody's out to get you. Not everybody's going to rape and murder you, you know.
Well, you see, I had this, what you're saying about family, I had these very Baconian type family upbringing, put it that way. And so you can go through trauma that way as a kid growing up and circumstances, and then one may not be able to see the wood for the trees before long.
Yeah.
And eventually it's only like take years and years and years to see through it all. And for me, obviously, it's taken many, many years. And but then you can see how those certain family members have been because of circumstances in their life, but they are always in denial of things. And no matter what you do, what you say, you're never going to be, in their eyes, acceptable in their version of life because they're in denial of certain things anyway. And the only thing you can do is draw a line and get on with your life, find your own balance. Because otherwise you're going to be dragged down with them.
Yeah.
So it's hard to do, especially if it's close friends or family.
Right.
You think, well, if you've got a toxic relationships, well, or even relationships, I suppose, if you've got that toxicity in your life, how are you going to progress as an individual within your spiritual soul?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And if I hadn't worked, no professional out there, like when you go through trauma situations in one's life, I mean, all these professional people in their job role mean well, friends and family could mean well, advising, talking to you. But if your mind and your mindset is not ready to accept that information or look at things differently, no matter what people say to you, and you might still not be able to see the wood for the trees. And it's only when your mindset and your own situation, whatever it might be, it needs to be ready. So when your own situation's ready, in your mindset, in your consciousness, whatever it might be. And as I said, for me, it took years. It might not take long for people, but for me, it took years, depending on the situation. Yeah. And it's not a deal, that's life. But as I said, when you see kindness in people, strangers sometimes even, you and the little things in life, simple little things, it from my perspective anyway, everyone could be different to me, but I see this innocent, beautiful bird, tiny little baby bird, and people walking right past it one time, and I stopped before the snow hit, obviously, when I wasn't so ill, and I stopped my wheelchair. This isn't a busy concrete street, and it's rare to see, and I thought that makes it. When you have a certain mindset and you're going through shite and you're feeling a bit down or whatever, and you see that innocent, beautiful baby bird, beautiful nature, and sometimes the people, that's all it takes to lift the mood, and then get your mind back on track.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
everyone's different. I mean, people, you got your painting, people like the music, people like the poetry, we've all got our own niches.
Yeah,
it's all. When our time's right is to find that. And I mean, it takes longer, as I said, for other people. For me, it takes much longer. But I don't think whatever happens in life, because I didn't expect to get run over by a bloody car. But all due respect, I've already done a lot already. So I'm not giving up. I'm just changing.
Yeah.
I have to make changes in me.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah. So you could have all these so-called professionals saying, oh, you need this, you need that, you need this, you need that. Set this rule, set that rule. Okay, well, that's mainstream stuff. I was fighting the system for years. I couldn't accept all this for years.
Yeah.
So it's like the old me couldn't accept it. Do you know what I mean? My reality.
Yeah.
And no matter how many people could say, well, it is affecting you, but I couldn't see it, in the mindset, the changes in the body, and how it affects the mind until you're ready to accept the difference in one's situation.
Right.
And then eventually, for me, the only way it worked for me was meditation.
Yeah.
And then to play the devil advocate, learning about certain subjects. I studied law. And then about my rights, because I didn't know what care meant.
Right.
I didn't know about anything. So I believed everything what the said until I started learning law.
Yeah.
And then it went on to stopping that section and learning about me. I had to stop to learn about me, who I am, and my own reality and what I can do to progress.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're all different.
Yeah, we're all different. Yeah, but we all want the same thing here. You know.
Yeah. Happiness. What is happiness is another word. I mean, if you want to go deeper in that, what the word happiness can mean different to different people.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's lots of things that makes happy, you know.
To realize the energy you generate, the energy you radiate out can come back to you.
Yes.
So if you radiate hate, you're going to get hate back, and vice versa.
Yes.
So just be careful of, just try to get your, whatever you think you really want in life, just try to project out, per se.
Yeah.
And that's the natural law of physics. The energy will radiate back to you.
Yes.
It's so intelligent, that is. That's very good. Yeah, absolutely. Hi, Kat. Hello. Yeah.
100%.
Because people are screaming that they have freedom of speech to say anything they want, but then they cry when, you know, bad things get reverberated back at them. And sure, you do have freedom of speech, but you're going to get what you put out. So you need to just, you just need to stop and pause and think, you know, what am I putting out in the world? Is it control? Is it this? Is it that? You know, do I feel like I need power from people? Admiration from, what is it I'm here for? And just really get a grip of your inner self before you even come out here.
Yeah.
Because you're just going to mess up other people. You know, you don't need to set bad examples. You know, we're trying, you know, the world's got too many bad examples to follow.
Yes.
And we need to like get a grip and start putting out the good examples.
Yes. Yes, we do. And like we said, that's, you said, you know, knowing yourself. There.
Yeah.
If you're not comfortable with your own self,
figure out why.
Yeah.
And then it's the issue of trust. You know, you talked about the lady that was paranoid of everybody.
Yeah.
Well, she doesn't quite got a grip on her inner self, because you sort of can control people's reaction to you. I mean, you know, everybody's a blank slate when you first meet each other. Of course, we all have our baggage.
Yeah.
But if she's always acting like somebody's going to attack her, or what, they're going to sort of fulfill her wish, because she's going to be putting out weird vibes, you know, that people aren't going to quite know what's wrong, but it's going to freak them out. So, you know, I mean, you know, you put yourself in a safe environment to talk and interact with people. You know, you don't go off in dangerous places to, you know, there's places to trust and places to talk to people.
Yeah.
Always. In more dangerous places.
Yeah. And then there again goes the trust. You know, you got to build that trust with these people that you're open up to there. And and
well,
then,
it's a back and forth type of talking. If you can get that way, you know, sometimes people get locked up.
Yes, they do. Sadly. But that happens, you know, and that's part of their own personal journey there. Their own self-discovery there that they've got to deal with themselves, and nobody else can help them with.
Well, that's true.
You know.
You don't want to.
Yeah.
No, we all have our own personal journeys.
Yes, we do.
And we're all responsible for our own happiness.
Yeah.
But we can try to help other people be happy too. That helps us forget about our troubles. If we help other people, then you forget about your troubles. Because there's always somebody in a worse situation than you.
Exactly.
And so if you can, it makes you feel better to reach your hand out and pull somebody up.
Yeah.
If you focus, you know, a kind word, it takes so little to make somebody's day.
Yeah, it's like, if you can't, you know, just the sound of somebody's voice can lift your spirits, you know.
Oh yeah.
Hearing them talk, you know. The vibration, the frequency, you know,
Well, that's what it is. Is that what we share is each other's vibration and frequency. It comes out through our voice, our rhythm of our heartbeat. That's all we have, and that's all we can share.
Yes. And love, you know,
Yeah. That's the rhythm of love. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, like I said there at the beginning, you know, people spread the hate and shit like that. You know, that's what they want.
Fear and hate. Yeah. That's a different frequency. And I guess that's what that, you know, friend of yours was putting out. That when people, I guess fear and hate are close frequency. They're a low vibration. So people pick up on that, that fight or flight, you know, animal instinct. You know, we just need to learn how to be higher beings and just calm down and trust each other. Yeah. But it is try not to hurt each other too.
Right. But it happens, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's a part of it.
It's part of it. You learn from it and grow from it, you know.
Well, the reason we hurt each other is maybe we see something in the other person that we have that we can't face, so we're projecting and lash out onto the other person. That could happen. There's many reasons.
Or you know, like I was treated this way, so I'm gonna treat them this way.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Justification. Patterns of behavior. And then there's a huge energy rush to just be mean and attack somebody to feel superiority. It's complex chemical reactions. There's all kinds of things.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, what makes humans so dangerous is their emotions. And emotional IQ is so important to even be able to unleash your intellect and other stuff.
Yeah.
And so, and that's the problem in here is a lot of people are very, very emotional, me included.
I can.
We have frequencies of all the bandwidths.
Oh God, yeah.
Well, we do unleash the power of infinity. Each and every cell on Earth comes from affinity. And when you realize that, and it is all magical, you can't get away from the magical part. Sure, we can rearrange the components, but the components have the magic in them that we didn't put. It's in there. So I don't know where I was going with that. I just fell off a cliff and got lost. I'm going to go get a drink now.
Yeah, I'm on my herbal tea, peppermint tea. That's good for the immune system. But mind you, I'll give you a commentary on UK snow, shall I? It's snowing again. It doesn't stop. Oh my gosh, the great.
Like I said,
oh look, just talk about what you just said. Oh my goodness me. I can see a beautiful magpie. A beautiful black and white bird. Huge. It's gone on someone's building. I know it's lovely to look at, the kind of winter wonderland. I'm sure a lot of people like that generally. Not practical though. You know. But when you see a beautiful magpie, and then, as I said, my mate, she let the cat in. Naughty, really. But she's like playing with this tough toy. At least she's out from that freezing, bitter weather out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even when you can see a neighbour's car pull up and there's it's going to turn into ice. You know, that cold. I mean, even the beautiful plants I used to have outside my lounge window are looking a bit like a spaceship, kind of alien kind of plant. With the snow, it's like about 4 inches deep on just a small leaf of a plant. That's how thick it is.
That's funny.
I know, it does. I'll have to take a picture and post it on social media.
You still have snow?
Yeah.
Damn, all the snow's gone here. It's spring.
As I said earlier, and my neighbour, she's scraping a car, bless her. But as I said, I'm the only one in my position around here, so it's frustrating. There's a yellow box at the back of the car park with salt in, and nobody around here gets any salt out and put it on the path. So I got my own, you could laugh at this, I got my own cat litter, even though I don't have a cat. This is just one that's popped in from out with the cold, you know. Oh, I can't see how people can abandon animals. But anyway, I wouldn't even dare venture out because it looks like it's frozen over already on the path. But I got one of these emergency shovels. That's my height. So it's like looking at, that's the other thing. I always look at remedies. I got it ages ago. When did I get it? I think it was end of last year. Before December the 10th, I think it was. Yeah, last year. And I always, I don't know why I still got a bag cat litter stored. And I think my mate was clearing out my flat one day and found this. I thought, no, keep it whole. We might need it sometime. And what do? You can, what if I need to just get out, put a bag of rubbish in the back here? Like, I won't now, obviously, because it's gone really windy and bad out there. But you just sprinkle, get some in a bag with a shovel. Well, get a spoonful ladle. Sounds daft on this. A spoonful, got to have a laugh, you know. Life's crazy, eh? You got to have a spoonful of cat litter in a bag. Oh no, not salt. Cat litter. That's safe. Obviously, a type of one that's not going to cause any accidents for anyone else walking about. Got to think of that and all, you know. And then you got the handed a certain height, so from my waist up to my perhaps shoulder height type shovel. It's wide enough with a metal one, but a great big nice sturdy handle because I'm limited mobility. So you can imagine this in your eyesight now, can't you? In mindset, in my wheelchair, getting a bit of salt on this shovel end, in my wheelchair, spraying it, trying to put it in front of me on the wheelchair on the path, just to have a pathway that's safe to use. Oh, these things we have to go through, right? Some of us, anyway. But no, that was a thinking of an advanced remedy. I thought, okay, instead of like the consciousness and the mindset, thinking, nobody around here now, sense of community, apart from the individual I mentioned about. Other ones around here, they're all able-bodied now, and they don't think about using the communal salt bin area in these situations. It used to be, you did it, if anyone remembers. I don't know what part of the world other people are listening. But in UK, my mum's generation anyway, it was all muck in, you know. You used to muck in and clear your drives and you pass. And I had that task as a teenager. Go on, it's your task to get out your turn to do this. So, you know, but now, where's that gone? It's all, it don't cost a lot. That would cost the public purse. That would save, actually, the public purse, wouldn't it? If people helped in their own communities, the situations like that.
Well, it's sad when you do help in your own community, you get bitched at. It's like no good deed goes unpunished. I mean, every time we would do some sort of community project, there'd be just the people, a certain percentage to bitch about it. It's
Oh my goodness me, you're so right in that, because someone posted on social media. I mean, I didn't respond, I just observed it. And it was similar to what you said, actually, Kat. And it was, I can't remember what it's about now. Something similar to the weather, I think, because there's all that scare fear-mongering, scaremongering going on as per usual in this country in this weather. And I think I did post a comment. I said, "Oh, hold on, think about those." No, I think it was something else I did. I can't remember now. What I've been going so much. It'll help. I think it was something to do with like there's less a sense of community about because people are too afraid to get involved, and in case they get, like you just said, get the backlash of somebody moaning at them, and I suppose, like you just said, for a cat. So I had that in the back of my mind at the weekend. Well, do I? Don't I? Asked my neighbour about this important issue I needed help with. And knowing my friends couldn't help me because they wouldn't be able to get me, all these other things were popping in your head, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, what's the point in getting anxiety about it? Or just bloody ask them. And
But if you
and
just
it's potluck. Sorry, come on.
if you just put yourself in a public position, there's now we've been conditioned a certain percentage is just to put you down on your good deeds.
Yeah Well, you know, with me, like the way I look at it, despite my situation, I try not to do old pity me, you know. If I feel like I'm down, I ain't gonna do no stream, I ain't gonna do no video. Just what's the it's weird. I come across as fantastic. I don't normally watch any programs, I mean online, you know, recorded ones, not TV version type. And I come across this one about a corner shop, and it was so hilarious. And the scripted, it was just like remind me one of my younger years in South UK when we had a corner shop. It was just like that. And that brought me out of my feeling pity me because, I'm in bed, I'm feeling ill, you know, that kind of mindset. Mm-hmm. And that just lifted the spirit, just watching something that takes your mind off the situation and then revisit the problem after and rethink about it and or look at a remedy, what might suit the situation. It's not always going to be an answer, you know, unfortunately. That's life. But that worked for me. It laughed my head off. I haven't laughed like that for ages. It was so funny. And
it would be hard in your situation. It's always snowing, and then the wheelchair. I would go crazy. You would feel trapped. And then not having your neighbors to help keep the walks clear for you. And that's weird. Like like you said, it wouldn't 50 years ago the people would have pitched in.
Well, that's why, because back in 2010, I remember before I knew what I knew, obviously now, and it's before I studied on the subjects and all what I studied, and it's first time I needed the care the way I got it now. Well, not as well I got it now, but it's slightly different, but much more equipment. And I thought, bloody hell, you know, and that's the time of period where I was struggling with my emotions and accept my reality, you know, by able-bodied and what I am now. And a lot of people go through things with all types of illnesses, and everyone's got their own ways of coping. But when the automatic mainstream of things are conditioned to rely on external agencies, like in UK is promoting mental health all the time at the moment. So my mate was looking on Facebook the other day. I don't. But she was just, she just addicted to it, bless her. I'm trying to get her off it. But anyway, she was at a break and she was just looking at these affirmations, are they? The new versions of Facebook, whatever they're doing now. And I'm not technically minded, but she noticed something that was a bit different. And the comments from people, it's now picking up if someone's down, and there seems to be pick up this sense of like, well, you know, who runs thinking Facebook, you don't work that out. But I said, be careful what you're posting back, because if you're trying to help somebody, they might feel a bit, you don't know who they are, there could be anybody online, you know, just be observant. I know your professional role, you got that kind nature about you, but, you know, just show me the thing that you saw, and I just picked it up straight away. I thought, oh, here we go. That's LinkedIn. If that is based in UK, obviously it's not, it's the internet, but that could be individual based in UK and not be waking up why the agenda in mainstream political side is pushing mental health and pushing the crashing down the NHS system.
Yeah, they're doing it here too. I've noticed. Well, they're targeting the young kids because it's real easy to label a young kid mental health problems because they're going through puberty and stuff. So their hormones are all over the map. So it's real easy for a kid to classify themselves this condition, that condition, because of course they're growing up. They're going through wild times. It's natural. But they don't teach them that it's natural. They teach them that this is unnatural. They all the natural functions of, they try to unnaturalize it, childbirth. They completely ruin that. They take it away from natural. But that's just an example. But they want to label the kids around 12 and 13 so they can never own a gun in the future. So, at one point you admit you're depressed when you're 12 just because you're just going,
Yep.
Sorry, I was invaded by my husband.
Oh, it's okay.
And he'll say dumb things. Say something dumb. Come on. Cat got your tongue? Kitty, kitty, kitty.
Oh,
come
that
on. You know you want to let it loose.
Come on.
I see the snicker on your face. Guess what his shirt says right now?
I love Trump.
White lives matter.
Oh my God. Seriously. All life matters.
He's his own pep crew. He matters to himself.
Well, that's good. Then he matters to himself.
Yeah, he matters. Yeah. He goes around mattering to himself. He worships himself. You should see him. That's all. When he in the mirror, oh my God, it's just pathetic. I should put mirrors all over the house.
My God. Hey man, at least he's consciously aware of himself.
Oh yeah, he's not. Yeah. Oh, he doesn't. Yeah, he has no issues with it. Yeah. He's learned to live with his ego and his super ego and his other stuff. There's all kinds of stuff you can have. As long as you have high energy and focus it in a place where it should be focused.
Focus it on the positive. That's what me doing these is, focus on something positive. They feed, like I said in that one quote, the darkness feeds on the darkness, and it's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger the more you feed it.
Yeah.
But it runs and hides from the light.
Don't focus.
People, like I said before, some people are afraid of their own light, and they run and hide from it. How you running and hiding? That's just what always got me. You're running and hiding from yourself. How's that? You can't do that. Because it's always there. It's something you can't avoid.
Some people put themselves in a dark spot that when the light comes around, it hurts their eyes. It takes a while to adjust. You can't just go from black to white. It's a gradual process. Each day just get, just pick a direction and each day try to go in it.
Yeah. And there are people there to help. Yeah.
We all stumble and fall, and then there's somebody to pick you up. Look for the little clues, the little messages of the people around you that do notice when you kind of fall. Because, you try to get a support group around you, that don't interfere, you know, that you gotta work things out on your own, but then they're on the fringes to help you. You know, just a little kind word can make a difference in somebody's day.
Yeah, sure can.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. Yeah. Like what she said. Try to say something nice to somebody today. You might be the only person that does that for them. You know, I've had days where I was just feeling like shit, and then I can't remember what it was, but it was somebody I didn't even know actually in town, and they said something. I can't even remember what it was they said, but I was like, "Wow, thank you." You know, that stuff like that. You know, you never know. You never know what kind of day somebody has had, and that might just like pick their day up out of the dump. You saying that one little thing to them, you know.
Well, yeah, we just want to
somebody cares, you know.
give each other faith in each other's humanity, because that seems to be lost. And so we have to work on our own, but then be able to work on being able to share it too, because it's a lost art.
Yeah.
You know, right now the animals are more human than we are if you just watch them. Well, so our brains got complex, but then they got a little warped. So now we need to learn how to get a grip on these complex brains, and you know how to act. We just need to get a grip and do it.
That's like I said before, create a world, create your own world, you know, show others, you know, there's a better way. That's the message, you know, there is a better way. And you know, that's up to everybody to you know, do that. And you know, you can do it with others too. You know, you can try to do it on your own, but you know, you're going to need help eventually in doing that. And that's the thing. That's what community is all about. You know, is helping each other. Like Debbie says, empowering each other. Yes, inspiring one another to create, to make whole. Yes, much love. Yes. Yes. There we go. That's the revolution right there. You know, is just living your own life and living the best life that you can, creating your own reality with the others around you and others on here as well. That I met y'all, lots of y'all. You know, Debbie.
Lots of y'alls.
Too many to name. Y'all know who you are. I hope you do. You know, y'all.
We love all of y'all, even the ones we hate.
Very much.
Well, we're all a star, and when we shine, we shine. You can't shade some people from the light and others. It all just shines.
Yeah.
I'll shine. Yeah.
Yeah, just shine out. Your light's gonna hit somebody, whether they want it or not. They can shield it from the light. They can hide in the shadows.
Whether you mean it to or not, it does. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Your energy, your output, your frequency. You know, electricity, magic. It's all wrapped up in one package.
That it is. It is. Okay, I'm sorry. I was in deep thought there.
Yeah. Once you hit infinity, there's not much else you can do. It's over.
Anyway,
It's
there,
all
y'all. Here's the painting. There.
I love that.
I like that.
That's pink and blue.
The blue heart, but radiating the light and the red.
It'll be yellow here, but see, I probably ain't gonna have time to finish it here. I got 20 minutes here. I'm time limiting myself, y'all. So I'm sorry.
Don't blame you.
I'm waiting for white paint. I gotta wait 2 days to get paint before I can start painting again.
I got stuff I'm supposed to do today. If I don't do it, I'm gonna hear it. So better do that shit today. But the little one's home today again. She was up coughing again and stuff with the cold. So she hit me in her sleep. Of course, I hit her first, not meaning to. You know how you do when you're asleep.
Echinacea and raw honey, lemon, all kinds of stuff.
But yeah, Debbie, we'll get up to get later on Skype there. She still can't come on the hangout, so I'll get on there later there because I got a lot of stuff I gotta go do. I gotta mail some stuff. Oh yes, I'm not finished. Okay, that box there. You see that box? It says Michael. That's and I've got your painting wrapped up. I got some other stuff I'm gonna send, but it's not here. It's at my mom's, so I'll probably send that at another time. I got Debbie's already wrapped up, ready to go, and some other stuff. Like I said, I have to go through this stuff. My mom will go ahead and send you paintings there today, and that box and stuff. So
that'd be good.
But yeah, there's I'd love to send some stuff to y'all overseas, you know. But it's really, really expensive.
Is it? How expensive is it?
Really expensive. It really is.
I guess it would be.
The shipping, I bought a shirt from over there one time from the UK, and the shipping costed more than the shirt did. Yeah. And here Debbie says in the chat there, if you help create a kinder, gentler world, you may just inherit that better world in your next life. Yes.
Oh yeah, we keep forgetting about that part.
Yes. You know, the past, like I said, we talked on Eric's show about that. If your past life reverberates into this one, and even your name from that past life can carry on into your next lives too. Yeah. Like the name that I found, you know, it's same syllables as my name now. Rebecca Lynn, you know, or I can't even, Arwen, it's on my Facebook thing.
Yeah.
It's however you say it, you know what I'm saying. Just look on my Facebook there. That's it in parentheses, but it does it. Rebecca Lynn, it does it. Everything carries over to the next life. You may not remember it all, but when you're ready, you'll remember what you need to remember.
Oh dear, I was a guy in my past life. Then because my name is male.
But that's what you know, I take from that one quote too, you know, your self-transformation. You're becoming who you really are or were. But you know what I'm saying. You really are these people. You're welcome, Debbie.
A beautiful, graceful lunatic.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't be afraid to be that person. Don't shut it out, because that is a part of you. You know, your past lives are part of you still, because you're here now, right?
Yeah, I was Vincent Van Gogh.
I know Frank said this time. He said, you know, when you look back at the past, you're looking at yourself. You got to think of it that way. Like I just said, you know, because we've lived many lives, our spirits have. So, you know, that's the conscious awareness there. And, you know, once you're consciously aware of that, you know, you are you. Yeah, nobody's going to change who you are now. But them other lives, they are a part of you too. And that's what's made you, that is what has made you who you are today. Like Debbie said, in the next life, you work towards building a better world. You know,
that's true. It's the frequency of your energy turns on the DNA, your recessive or dominant gene. So each time you're reborn, the essence of you is always recreated.
Yes.
So each time try to improve yourself. So each life gets better, and try to improve the world around you. But it is the essence of you is carried on.
Yes. And like soul groups too, as well. You can look at it that way. There's certain, like you feel closer to certain people than others. That's the
Their
same circle you
frequency
traveled in.
might
You're
match
right.
up. It's all intertwined. It's single threads, but we're intertwined.
Yes. Yes.
And some closer than others.
We definitely are. That's, like I was saying about the past life thing, too, as well. The ESP, the extrasensory perception, where you can see things before they happen, the possibilities. You take certain actions or inaction, even if you don't do anything, it's still going to happen anyway. But
the ability to see patterns and predict,
right? Yes,
behaviors from people.
Right, but see, when that happens years in advance, that's preparing you for what's coming. I've heard someone say before. I think Cookie said that once. But lots of others have said that. But that's true.
Everything, bad you lived through is to prepare you to be stronger in the future and avoid that same thing happening again.
That's not necessarily bad, because good comes from out of
you learn from it.
Happen to us as well. So you got to look at it on the grand scale. There, it was a good thing. These things happened to you, or you wouldn't be where you are now. Type of thing.
Yeah.
Like I was telling Foxy, I said, you never know. Next year you could be in another fucking country. Same with me. I could be in another country. So could you. We all could be in a different place here. You just never know. Don't rule out any possibilities. As far as that goes, don't limit yourself. You are limitless. You can.
Well,
you can do anything.
You just shouldn't form too tight of attachments to anything on Earth. You got to be fluid, and everything has a beginning and everything has an end. So you just go with the flow, and you grow, you change. It's weird.
The infinite.
It is infinite.
But if you look at it that way, nothing really ever ends.
No, it doesn't. But I'm just saying, it changed. It just variations. It changes.
Right. Yes. Exactly.
It doesn't stay the same.
Right.
Or it would be
people
weird.
Don't like change,
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's scary. Then your frequency changes, and then you become scared.
People. You don't want to change people. You want people to evolve and grow on their own.
Yeah.
I've had to learn that the hard way here myself.
Yeah.
Some people you just can't get through to them no matter what you say, no matter who says it to them. They're not going to listen because there's that set in their ways that they're not going to ever do anything different than come home and sit there and watch TV all day. That's just their thing. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Some people are happy in that, but like Debbie, had said there in the chat, to help create a kinder, gentler world, and helping each other.
Compassion is important.
Empowering each other, inspiring one another to create.
That's just it. But then some people take chemicals that you can't even reach them. If somebody's drunk on a chair, how are you going to inspire them to do anything? They're sitting there drinking. I mean, all you can do is just show an example and hope that they do see, taper it off. But there's many different, it's hard. It's hard to help somebody. People get themselves in really deep holes.
They got to want to help themselves.
Yeah. You can throw down the rope for them, but you can't, they have to grab on and crawl up themselves.
Yes.
So it's, you can't just do everything for them because they'll just go right back in the hole.
Yeah. Like one step forward, two step back thing.
Yeah. So it's weird.
Don't take a giant leap back. And that's like I've said on another show, that's their journey they have to go through back to get back to where they were.
Or maybe they went too fast forward and it made them repel back. Yes. And then they have to restart over. So it's slow, steady footing so you don't slip. Think it out.
Yeah.
Every morning, you know, have a plan, you know.
Yeah. Every morning. I'm sorry. Just put a
Yeah.
song in my
Well,
head.
creative projects do help you stay out of depressive areas.
Yeah.
You're thinking of creating, you going through the process, then it's over, so you get sad, but then you just tell yourself you're going to start another project, and
Right.
that helps.
All right. Like I was gonna start another painting while I was waiting on this one to dry, but I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, it is good with painting. Like you do the sky first and let it dry and go around the house, do house cleaning, and then do the next layer.
Yeah.
But yeah, you do stuff in between the layers. But as you're doing the housework, you're thinking of, okay, I'm going to do this and this and this to my painting.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
adds color to the mundane housework. You can sit there dreaming while working and making your environment nice around you. Because, you know, we all have chores. It's getting through them happy is part of it.
Yes. Definitely. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm like painting off camera here. That's okay, Lee. Maybe next time you can join. I'll be doing this every Wednesday. It is Wednesday,
Yeah, it
ain't
would
it?
be great to talk to somebody different.
I'll be doing this every Wednesday, and little things in between there. When I feel like it, you know. So, just keep an eye out, y'all. Y'all know that. Anyway,
Random pop-ups.
yeah, random drive-by shooting. No, I'm just kidding.
Cuckoo.
Where am I? You're in and out before they even know what hit them. There you go. That's it. That's what I meant there, y'all. Ah! See there? My eagerness. Look what it done. I smeared my paint. Oh well. That's okay. Makes it more rainbowy. There. See? Okay. There. Okay. You know, there again, there, that the red bleeding into the yellow there, you know. I like that. Because things do that, you know, the colors meld into one there, and that's what that's doing there. Thanks, Lee. I can't get in the chat that much, y'all. I'm sorry.
I froze.
That happens, yeah.
It happens. I don't have enough 5G pulsing through my area to keep me sufficiently fried for free.
Okay. It ain't perfect, but you know,
Nothing is.
nothing's perfect. Nothing's perfect.
That's why everything's beautiful.
Yes. Okay. Okay, that's good. There we go.
Ta-da!
Thanks, Lee.
Very nice.
I'll get it out here in front of me there.
I've got a pendant that colour. I've got a necklace that blue colour.
I love
Sharp.
that blue. It's
Yeah.
blue and purple. together there. So
That's
that's what we
good.
top there stand out. So there we go.
Mm-hmm.
It's
It's
still
brighter.
wet. So it's a little glary there. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
there
it's
you
hard
go,
to
y'all.
take pictures of paintings. The color never comes out right.
Art with a message. There it is. Big, bold, right in front of your
Mhm.
face. There you go.
Yeah.
There
the
you go.
the yellow added more, yeah,
Love and
instead of
light.
white.
You know, feed the light, don't feed the dark, because it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
Mhm.
So anyway, y'all, if anybody wants to come in afterwards here, the link is on the event page. The event page link is below if you want to join the event page there. That's where the hangout link will be posted there. So y'all keep a check on that. Like I said, it'll be every Wednesday, 10:30 a.m. I know it's early, but that's my schedule there. So anyway,
Your show, your schedule.
anyway, but yeah. Thank y'all for watching and stuff. You know, I learned something new every day. I hope y'all did too. So
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah,
message
definitely.
today. What we was talking about, you know, there, look within yourself. There, and don't, you know, the light inside you is worth believing in, as well as in others. Like my pinned post says there, you know, look within, because when you look within, you know, like we say about being all connected, you know, you're looking within, you're looking at everybody within yourself, because we're all part of each other there. So anyway,
Yeah.
y'all, have a great day, y'all.
Mhm.
Glad y'all could stop by, all y'all that did. If you didn't type in the chat, thanks y'all for just viewing for just a few minutes there, you know, if that's all you had time for. But like I said, the link is on the event page. That's links below for that event page. So take care, y'all. Have a great day. I love you, and I'll see you.
Yeah, take care, everyone in the chat.
Bye,
See ya.
everybody.